Hello. Welcome to another episode of Accessible Airwaves on CGSW 90.9 FM.
This program is dedicated
to the education and exploration of disabled life,
giving voice to the life and experience of people with disabilities.
We cover a wide array of issues and disabilities.
We are people who discuss issues we are passionate about
and topics we are interested in.
We show how disability is in the mind of the beholder.
Hi, my name is Austin Riley.
And I am Morgan Gray.
This interview is split into two parts.
Today is part 2 of our interview with Holly Cyril, the founder of Milk the Cattle Company. We will continue where we left off last month. Why is it important to use natural ingredients to make candles?
Yeah, that's a good question. It is important to use natural ingredients and really just ingredients that are safe for us to breathe in. So with candles, there's a few different waxes you can use. You can use paraffin, soy, coconut, beeswax. Beeswax is actually one of my favorite waxes. We don't really make candles with beeswax. We did have a workshop where we taught them. But beeswax, a fun fact about that is that they're natural air purifiers. So they release negative ions into the air, attached to items like pollen, and they drag them to the ground. Why you'd want to, when choosing your wax or when choosing a candle to purchase, it is best to use a wax that comes from more of a natural resource. So coconut, soy, beeswax. You can get coconut soy blends. Paraffin wax is the most common wax used in candles that are typically more inexpensive. That's probably why they're used. It also has a really great scent throw. So it does really absorb a lot of oil, so they can be quite stinky smelling candles. And it's really inexpensive to use. But one thing you want to be aware of that is paraffin is produced from petroleum. So there can be some known carcinogens in paraffin. Toluene and benzene are two cancer-causing agents. It can cause some respiratory issues as well. So even when you breathe, it can cause headaches for some people. Just as long as your candles are in a well-ventilated area, and this really goes for all candles, you want to make sure there's good airflow. Because at the end of the day, you are burning a product, and you just want good airflow, even with scents in there. But there is some candles, some waxes will have a bit of food-grade paraffin in it to support the scent burn of it, because you always want your candles to burn well too. And food-grade paraffin is kind of a paraffin that you dip like a strawberry in and place it on a cake. So there are different types of paraffin, but commonly a very inexpensive candle, if it doesn't say coconut, soy, or beeswax, it probably will be paraffin. So just really monitor that. We don't say, people can do what they wish because, sometimes inexpensive candles are what works for someone. But just make sure you're in a well-ventilated kind of room. And same thing with the oils. So we have a line of essential oil candles and a line of fragrance oils candles, and we're not partial to one or the other. We love both. Essential oils are typically more volatile under heat, so that means they will burn off. So they will be a lighter smell. So typically if you get an essential oil candle, it'll burn a little bit lighter. It is great to use kind of some heavy-hitting essential oils like lemongrass or cedar so that they will really pull through. But fragrance oils are great as well. A lot of our candles are made with fragrance oils. One thing you just want to be aware of with fragrance oils, why they would have had a bad reputation too, is for something called phthalates. And I know that's kind of come up a lot in our in our kind of news, because phthalates are an ester that's also in plastics, cosmetics, children's toys. It's an ester that's in a lot of items, and is a shelf stabilizer. But diethyl hexyl phthalate, DEHP, was kind of the known phthalate that could be a hormone disruptor. So yeah, you just the fragrances we use are DEHP free for sure. And you just want to make sure that wherever you're purchasing your products from, whatever manufacturer, they will state what is in it. You can check the MSDS data sheets, but it'll state what is, if they are phthalate free, and also about the paraffin as well. But at the end of the day, the best thing for you, your pets, is to make sure that any big scents, even incense as well ventilation, open a window here and there, or just make sure it's a big room, and just monitor yourself. Like if you start feeling a little stuffed up, my partner does from certain incenses as well, and even those incenses won't really affect me. So just monitor yourself. Like if you feel like you need some fresh air, or there's a product that doesn't work well with you, just continue using it and try something else. But really look for those cleaner waxes. You can go for essential oils. And just because sometimes something says it's natural doesn't mean it's always good for us to really breathe in. Like there are some essential oils that are derived from plant material, but at the end of the day, they are a chemical as well too, a natural product that could cause, certain essential oils can cause headaches and not be super safe for pets as well. So yeah, it's just doing your own research on it.
What has changed from running a small business to a larger business? Are there any challenges you had overcome?
Yeah, starting a business in your home with just yourself is quite a big leap to having 18 staff members, employees, and also leasing a space. So I would say the biggest challenges, was me learning to be a really great leader and mentor. Yeah, I think there was a time when I kind of beat myself up a little bit a few years ago when I was really trying to make everyone happy, but in the end, when you're trying to make everyone happy, you make nobody happy.
Oh, no.
I know. But no, and like Milk Jar's been wonderful. Like we have such a great team right now. It's so smooth. Everyone shows up to work, is excited to work. Everyone is calm, and it's just been such an amazing group. But it took me really kind of really learning to not micromanage, and me learning to make sure that people were showing up and being able to do their tasks and showing up for themselves as well, and me allowing space for them to do that, and understanding that, it doesn't work with everyone, and that's okay. I think I really wanted it to work with absolutely everyone that came into Milk Jar. So I think I would feel like a failure if, someone wasn't happy or someone left. But I think me getting out of my own way and understanding that we're all different and we all do our best. And as much as I want it to work with people, the people coming also have to want it to work with us too. That's how relationships work. And so I think me learning to be a kind and like not and like a supportive leader and person to mentor and coach up my team was probably the hardest thing, because I had to learn a lot about myself. So and how you get there too is by maybe making some not the best judgment calls and kind of reflecting on your own behavior and how you want to make it better. Because the biggest thing is I just want Milk Jar to be a great workplace, as I want the business to grow, and I want to like support the people that are in it. And because I know there is some kind of a new kind of phase of, I understand that a lot of employees don't love corporations. There's kind of this climate that, they don't feel supported. Like like as much as they work hard, they won't get anything back. So it's interesting. I'm kind of in a place right now of, our team is in such a smooth, competent showing up for themselves and the business way that I really want to introduce a 4-day work week at Milk Jar. That's kind of something for our full-time people. We have more full-time. We gave a lot of raises this year, and just because we really wanted to support the incredible people we have. And so we're introducing, I brought it in actually as a trial, and I was actually inspired by Old Beautiful Brewery. I was chatting with the owner, and he was just talking about how he's just got this incredible workplace, and they hire based on integrity and the reciprocal relationship. And then he's brought in something of that nature where, giving back time back to his employees. And it was something that I wanted to bring in too. So I first trialed it with myself because I was so nervous. And it's funny, when I first took a day off, like stopped working 5 full days or 50 hours, but even took off an extra day, I remember being so nervous, like, I'm going to lose money. How is my business going to run? I'm so stressed. It gave me so much anxiety taking a day, going down to 4 days. And then after 3 weeks, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know why was I so nervous? And I think it's just, we were kind of led to believe that, if you're not working 40, you're not going to get enough work done. And, we've come up with so many incredible ways to automate Milk Jar, with now printing on the glass, no more hand labeling like that. It looks so beautiful. So we're kind of reducing some tasks. And I realized that I was getting just as much, if not more work done, because I was more present at work when I was there. So I've introduced kind of a 36-hour work week right now as a trial for 3 of my kind of managers, and it's been going so well. With the hope that next year we are a 4-day work week, and I can bring that for the full-time staff that are at Milk Jar. And yeah, I'm really, really excited to hopefully to show kind of Canada and Calgary that, it's really important. Businesses still do well when you give some time back to your team. I think we'll have people really show up even more when they get some time back, because 2 days off is a little hard. I think now that I've had 3 days off, I've realized that, I've been more creative. I started taking saxophone lessons because I had more time. And which is I'm 36 years old, and I bought a saxophone, and I started learning something again. Like, I was like, oh, I have time to be creative for what means something to me. And it's made me just an overall happier person when I show up to work. So I'm excited to have that for my team. And I'm excited to show Calgary too, even once we kind of implement it next year, what was our profit margin before and our profit margin after. Because I think that's the notion, is that, it's going to be expensive to give time back. And in my opinion, I think we're just, what I've seen already is we just work more efficient, and people are happy to work more efficient. And then they're just feeling better in their lives altogether. Yeah.
Yeah, to agree with you. I have a guitar too. Mm-hmm. I was like a rhythmic. I have a guitar. Yeah. To writing songs, person, to sing and dancing.
Wow. You're very creative. You love guitar, singing, and dancing.
Yes.
Yeah, see, you got a lot of time to do all that. That's awesome.
Not really what now.
No, not now. You're working. You're at CJSW interviewing. But which is also important. Working feels good, like giving your skills to something and feeling like you're offering something to the world, and you're earning an income to support your life, to support your guitar lessons or my saxophone lessons. but they just need to be in harmony and in balance. So I'm really excited because I think some people know this about Milkjar, but we're an inclusive hire. So a third of our staff at Milkjar have disabilities. And about, like, I think it's been about 4 years that we reached out to organizations here in Alberta, Inclusion Alberta and Gateway Association. There's Goodwill, who has a hiring program. Columbia University. There's many organizations out there and service providers that will support businesses to find talent and bring people with different profiles in them onto their team. And that's kind of something that I've been wanting to show, that you are more successful when you care about the people and the culture you're creating and bring people with different profiles than you, hire people and create opportunities for the disability community, because it's something we all do need to care about. It's something, the unemployment rate for people with intellectual disabilities is, I remember hearing this a few years ago, it was around 65-66%, so 2/3. And I want to show, just show the world, hopefully, that we can work together. I believe we can all work together. And I don't think it's been bad that we haven't. It's not something that companies should feel shame over, but it's something they should now ask themselves, why have I not considered bringing someone on with a disability or hiring people with different profiles than myself? And I think we just need to be honest that, the world wasn't that way for a long time. And it's important to have inclusion, have us work together, have us play sports together, have us be in classrooms together, because it was in my background with wanting to, or I guess the pathway of me reaching out to Inclusion Alberta to say, when we were about to hire staff 4.5 years ago, I knew I wanted to bring on a team, and I thought that there was some great tasks and roles in our company that would work really well with hiring someone with a disability. And I didn't know where to start, so I reached out to a company or an organization that we had donated to and just asked, is there a way I can, find resumes from this community? Because I had an experience in my undergrad degree where I was swimming with a boy with cerebral palsy and his mom in a practicum, and I enjoyed it so much that we ended up swimming for 7 years together doing pool therapy, and I saw him grow from 13-year-old to a 20-year-old. And, there's a lot of programs and organizations for children to feel included in our world. And then how does one feel included when they become a young adult? Is you either go to post-secondary or you get a job. And then all of a sudden, the world, it's up to business owners to invite people with different profiles into their company and different abilities. And it's a really hard thing. I think that's a really hard realization to come to, or conversation for a parent to have with their young adult kid, where it's not fair. And business owners, I think it's just been the world we've been in. And I think it's okay to kind of just, want to understand that it's not the world we've been in, but it's not the world we want to have for our future. So take a chance and mentor someone with a different profile than you and invite them into your company. And it's a privilege that business owners have to give, and it's created just such an amazing culture at Milkjar. It's been amazing, and I just hope to continue to inspire other businesses and show that if a little candle company, as you said, now became a big candle company, can do it, we all can do it. And I'm always happy if someone emails me or emails Milkjar, stops in and wants to chat with any of us about how it works, what it looks like, and even any fears that come up. And I'd love to I would love to just, answer any questions because it's the way that our world is moving, and it's important, and it really is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And it's made me a better leader, and it's made Milkshare a better company.
I also swimming too as well for the Special Olympics for my life.
Swimming with Special Olympics?
Yes.
Wow. So are you on a Special Olympics team?
Yes, I am.
Wow. Is swimming going on right now for the summer?
For the summer, I have two swim meets.
2 swim meets.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. Did you go to like a nationals? Like, weren't nationals just in Calgary?
Yes. I went to Red Deer. I went to Miller Hat 1 year. And we went to Oz. All about.
All around.
Yeah.
All around Alberta swimming. That's great. Wow.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Thank you. Yes, I have a cousin, so.
You mentioned that you donated $2,000 your first year. Can you expand on the donations?
Yeah, I'd love to. So how we donate is it's $1 from the sale of every product. So every Milk Jar product, so our candles, shower steamers, perfume rollers, diffusers, they all donate $1. And that also includes from any wholesale purchase as well. So when stores purchase from us, we also donate $1 per product, and same with our custom candles as well. So now it's been 8.5 years, almost 9 years. We have raised over $440,000. Yeah, which is a way more. I think my first year, I just hoped to raise 500 while I was going to nursing school. And then we raised 2,000. And then, yeah, that's a lot of candles and products. So it's so amazing. We've been able to get to know and support really incredible organizations. In the beginning, when I first started, we were donating to organizations that supported children with disabilities to learn and grow. And because that was where a lot of my background was in and working with. And then as I've learned, how can we support adults with disabilities as being inclusive and higher, we've also expanded to what does inclusion even mean? Like, we started with, I had a really big focus area with the disability community, but it is really expanding it to welcoming all people. So we have made donations to Skipping Stone here in Calgary that supports gender identity and the Trans Affirming Network. And, we really want to expand where needs are. Wherever there's a need, that's where we want to donate to. We have a recurring donation to USAY here. It's $500 every month from our Inviting Spaces Fund that supports Aboriginal youth in Calgary. And we've also expanded to donating outside of Alberta because it's not just Calgary that purchases our candles anymore, which is incredible. We've expanded across Canada and a couple years ago more into the States. And we've even had shops in Europe and Australia purchase our candles to sell. So I think one of our first ones was like Berlin, Switzerland, the UK. There's a few stores that have purchased us, which is incredible. So once that started happening, we were kind of thinking, we're like, hey, it's so great that we support a lot of our purchasers are in Alberta, but we really want to, I want someone to buy this candle and feel like there's a donation supporting an organization in their area or in their community. So now we donate kind of an east and west coast of Canada, east and west of the States. So we find organizations that kind of have the same ethos as us. And we really love the grassroots organizations. There's been some coffee shops. Jerry's Cafe was one of them. Melly's Cafe in Ontario, where they are also promoting inclusive hiring and really working from the ground up. And so we've also made some donations to the UK because we donate to where there's a significant amount of purchases made, where it's a substantial donation of at least a few $100s. So yeah, that's kind of been a really cool kind of transition. And it's been, I guess this year, my hope is that we pass $500,000 donated. So it feels good. Like it's not many companies. I mean, I remember our accountant said, who worked for CRA for a number of years, said not many big businesses donate as, like big corporations donate as much as you. Like 99% of them don't. So that was really cool to hear. And, we're still we're doing great. We're, at the end of the day, how much money is enough money in your company? At the end of the day, and what are you doing to support people and support your community? It's not just about profit at the end. It's about balancing purpose and profit and caring for the people in it too, and caring for your community.
Where can our listeners find her product?
Where can people find our products? At milkjar.ca. So that's our website, and people can make a purchase online. We do free shipping if you spend over $99. You can also come to our workshop. We love to have people come in. We have retail hours, so it's Tuesday to Saturday right now. It does change around the Christmas time. We're open every day, but it's Tuesday to Saturday. We're open, and our workshop is really cool. So we're kind of in the industrial area. We're at 1450 28th Street Northeast, and we're unit 6 and 7. And this is where we teach our candle making workshops too. So you can see where we teach classes. And then we have this cool little retail area. We kind of designed it like a 70s rumpus room. So there's orange carpet and green walls. But it's really, really funky. And you can buy all of our products there. We also sell a couple other items from other wholesalers that we love. We have we have a journal, we have puzzles there. A really cool thing about visiting our space is I'm obsessed with puzzles. Like I find them very meditative. And the free little libraries that are out there, those little houses that hold books on the street and you can put books in?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I do say that.
So, and not everyone can read. So I thought we should build a little house. I called it the Puzzle Post. And there's like a little rhyme outside. So it's outside our retail shop. You can bring puzzles and trade puzzles in it. So if anyone out there has any puzzles to donate or they want to trade puzzles, we do have a little Puzzle Post outside Milk Jar in Calgary. And also, too, we wholesale to a lot of great shops locally here and also kind of around Canada in the States. So we used to have a retail map on our website, but it got so big it was hard to load, which is really cool. But Blush Lane carries our candles. Some people might know that. Amaranth Grocer carries our products as well. And then some really amazing small retailers do too.
Yeah.
Also, we do go to markets. So we are really excited to be back at the Stampede this year. We are having a little market booth at the BMO Center. We're at Folk Fest this year. We've been there the last couple of years. And the Calgary Folk Fest lineup is so good. I think that's around July 23rd-ish weekend.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah, it's been so wonderful being here and being able to be on the radio. I love CJSW. I mean, I was a student at U of C for a few years, and I always love the music that the university radio plays. It's an honor to be here. It's my first interview with CJSW, so thank you. Milk Jar is also a friend of CJSW, so if you do have the CJSW card, you receive 15% off.
Anyway, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
You are listening to Accessible Airwaves on
CJSW 9.9 FM.